We are Nerd Cult Online, and this is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Wrath of the Mutants. So Wrath of the Mutants basically takes players back to really the classic Ninja Turtle style games, where it was basically the kind of isometric beat 'em up brawler that we've always been used to, like the previous Xbox arcade games that they've done, as well as the actual arcade titles that they did as well. And so you pick your choice of the four turtles, and then as you go, you actually summon other characters in the universe that are basically friends and helpful to the turtles, and have them help beat up the members of the Foot Clan that you're fighting. Controls overall are quite simple. And one thing that I thought was really good, at least on the difficulty that we were playing on, is that we essentially had unlimited lives, so we'd able to continue on. Now, obviously, the longer you live without needing to essentially respawn, the better your score is going to be at the end, and possibly get some better unlocks, or maybe some upgrades or something like that. But playing it definitely fits the overall vibe. Now, the art style itself, I wasn't a big fan of, because it was more similar to the most recent movie or the TV series. I still prefer the 16 or 32-bit style that they had in the original arcade games, and kind of was hoping that we'd go back to that style, especially with the art with some of the other recent Ninja Turtle games that have been out there. Now, of the four turtles, my favorite has always been Raph, specifically because of his attitude, and just his penchant for just getting into the thick of things and just pummeling the crap out of his enemies. And the nice thing, though, is even if you're playing with multiple people, which, as you can see, you can do 4-player with this, none of the turtles are actually bad. So, if you have two people that want to play the same character, then you'd still at least have 3 other solid options. Now, going back to the art style, I really don't like how they actually did Bebop there. I don't know what they were aiming for with that, but he just does not fit the overall look of what I would hope to see in Bebop. But of course, me being an 80s baby, definitely preferred the original cartoon series and that style. So, definitely was hoping for more of that here as far as the overall aesthetic of the enemies. But the mechanics overall, quite fluid, quite easy to grasp. The only downside is that you can actually take a pretty severe beating if you're not being cautious and focusing on dodging and avoiding, and so not really getting into the thick of things, and assuming that you want to do each level in as few lives as possible. And then here we are with the second boss, Rocksteady. Now, Rocksteady definitely was a lot closer to the original style from the cartoon, but still a little off. But overall, we had a lot of fun playing this, just because of the nostalgia of the Ninja Turtles, and kind of going back to that, and being able to play a classic arcade beat 'em up, which we haven't done in quite some time. And the gameplay style definitely for those that haven't played a Turtles game, is very similar to Streets of Rage and games like that. And like I said, we had a blast with this one.